Hello, hello. Awesome, awesome. Welcome, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Oh my gosh. I have watched the last two trains. I learned so much from both of you talking about Rachel and Amy. Amy, you knocked it out of the park. It was fantastic. Love, love, love. Rachel, I did not know that there was so much to know about plastique. Did not know. Oh my goodness. And we've got some great trains coming up after you are finished hanging out here with me. So my whole thing is fanciful fun facts about jewelry. So that could mean anything coming from me, right? Because I'm going to be right out of the gate with you. I am not an expert by all means. That's why I love you all so much because I continue to learn. And yeah, so I actually did some research and then I read it and I'm like going, what? I don't know. I don't know. It just felt kind of, I don't know, a little bit different for me. But I am going to share some fun facts and I am going to show you some jewelry along the way. So I'm actually going to do some sales as I'm going, and it will make sense as I move through. But I do want to let you know, for anybody that's popped in, when I'm selling today, it's going to be $4 for the first item and 50 cents for each additional item. Woohoo! And if you're not following me, hit that follow button upper left-hand corner so that we can connect, because I love to connect with people. And the other thing is, let's get started. All right. So originally I started out, I was going to do 40 fanciful fun facts about jewelry. Can you believe it? I mean, if you figure that you take 20 to 30 seconds and a lot of talking through an hour show, there's no way I was going to get through 40 fanciful fun facts and say that fast 5 times. But I am going to talk about starting with brooches. And I'm sure you know this, but maybe you don't. Brooches have always been in fashion. Did you know that? They have been. And with that being said, if you look in my store, I actually put in, I think, like maybe 4 or 5 brooches for you to pre-bid on. So take a look at them. No pressure. I'm going to show them. I'm actually going to be selling something I wasn't going to sell. I was going to hang on to. But I was like, as I was going through all of the information to come up with something to teach about, because again, I am far from being an expert, I thought, you know what, I'm going to put that up. So do look if you're interested in pre-bidding, please do. But back to where I started. Brooches are always in fashion. I mean, all the time. And if you wear brooches, you'll know that oftentimes they will become a conversation piece, right? Someone will go, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Or they like the colors, they like the sparkle. Or they'll say, oh my gosh, my grandmother had one like that. Or my mom had a brooch like that. So it brings back memories sometimes when someone's wearing a brooch. And oftentimes it's just admiration for what it is that you have on. The other thing is it helps kind of break the ice with people, right? Have you ever walked up to somebody and said, oh, I like your necklace, your earrings, or, you love that brooch. And then before you know it, you're talking to them and saying, so where are you from? Or do you collect vintage jewelry? And it just opens up a door. So vintage jewelry is not just something to be admired ourselves or to collect and sell, but it also opens the door for conversation with people that we might not have had if we didn't have something on. Let's see. I have not seen Granny Chip's most valuable brooch in the world. But you know what, Sharon? You need to post that in our Facebook group so that we can see that. I would love to see that. I've got to tell you, when I was kind of looking at some of this stuff and talking about brooches and being a conversation piece, as well as pins, it really made me think about Felicia, the pack rat queen, because if you have ever been on any of her shows and watched her, she wears a cap, a ball cap sometimes, and it is totally adorned with all of her favorite pins and some brooches. So, that's what it makes me think about. So I'm sure when she wears that and she's out and about, people are hitting her up and saying, "Oh my gosh, where did you get that?" Or, "Wow, that's a fabulous hat." So what I what I wanted to say next about brooches is that they're also a work of art, right? So we've seen a lot of different brooches that are indicative to a specific period of time in history, and oftentimes just kind of out of the way and different looking items that we've never seen before. So I'm going to share with you, because to me, these two, and I'm going to show you this one first. I'm not putting it up right yet, but I just want to show this one to you because I was not going to sell it. And again, for those of you who came in here in the last few minutes, because of the fact that I'm talking about brooches right now, I'm going to be talking about some other things as well. I decided to put this amazing Kenneth J. Lane Atomic Starburst brooch up for sale today. And I actually have it listed in my store. And I do have a starting bid on it. And if you're interested, please take a look. But I'm going to put it up later. But in my moving through what I'm going to be talking about, to me, this is a work of art. And I actually found it recently, as in maybe a month and a half ago, at an antique store that I went to. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know what it was. And I flipped it over and I still didn't know what it was until I got it home. But it is absolutely, absolutely stunning. Here's what the back looks like. But doesn't that look like it should be like in an art museum or something? It is just so, so elegant and so beautiful. So as what I was saying, hey, Curry, how you doing? So as what I was saying, you wear something like this, talk about a conversation piece or an icebreaker. If this wouldn't do it, I don't know what would. So just to let you know, I do have it in the store. I do have it for pre-bid. I'm going to bring it up later, but I just wanted to show it to you now so that you could take a little peek at it. But the other thing that I wanted to say about brooches is it's not always the sparkle, right? Sometimes, we're enamored. I am. I've got to tell you, when I see something sparkling, and many of you that know me know this, it just takes my breath away. But it doesn't always have to be something sparkly in order for it to be a piece of art, or for it to be something that's attractive, to somebody, or even a conversation starter. So that's what this piece made me think of. This is stunning. I think this one's like 3.25 inches, but it looks like a piece of art to me. Look how the metal kind of moves through it, and the cabochons are all different colors, so it's very eye-catching. Hey, Shell, how are you? And here is the back. Here's the back of this. But this most definitely, to me, if I saw somebody wearing this, I would go, wow, my name's Kathy. Love your brooch. I would. I mean, I say hi to people in the vegetable department, so it doesn't have to be, that they're wearing a brooch or sparkly earrings. I talk to everybody, I think. And if you're not sure, just ask my husband, because I'm always talking to somebody. But anyway, I wanted to bring this up to tell you, look at this, we'll spin it around. It is a lovely work of art as well. And I do have this one up for bid for auction, and I'm starting it at $8 for 30 seconds. And I have put it up now. So if you're interested in bidding on this as I move through some of the other items that excuse me, that I have here. So this is I'm calling it a gripox. Is that how you say it? Of course, if you type in gripox, I'm going to still say gripox because I can't hear what you're saying, right? But that's what it looks like to me. And here is the back. And Sandy, this is coming to you. Thank you very much for your bid. I'm going to put it in a bag for you. So, how are you all doing? How are you all doing this Saturday? Thank you, Sandy. What a great way to spend a Saturday late afternoon and evening. And I'm saying late afternoon and evening because I am on the East Coast and I'm doing awesome. Thank you so much, Justine. Yeah, it's like late afternoon, 5:12-ish, and life is good here. Still a little bit warm. Still a little bit warm. Don't we all need a pickup? I know. Talking about pickups. Okay, I just got to share this totally off topic, but our Rachel, who runs Lilyworks, and we're just grateful to be a part of this wonderful group and community of women sharing and selling jewelry and knickknacks and goodies and all kinds of stuff. But she also has a line of different teas, right? Teas and matcha. And I've got to tell you, I bought on one of her shows, I bought a tin of coconut matcha. And I just got it the other day. And I've got to tell you, I'm saying this to the person that said need a pickup. So here's your pickup. You get some matcha, right? And I put in some fresh coconut cream and a half a teaspoon of local organic honey. Oh my goodness. You talk about spark it up. I was like raring and ready to go the other day, but it was such a treat. I almost felt like I was cheating, and this was breakfast. Anyway, it was fantastic. So you'll have to catch some of her shows so you can see when she brings that back up. It's the coconut matcha. It is absolutely fabulous. All right. So I was talking about sparkle and yeah, I need tea. Yeah, I know. Tea is so good. It's absolutely fantastic. So I was talking about, opening the door to conversation and that kind of thing. And of course, brooches come in all different shapes and sizes. And sometimes I was saying sometimes it needs to, if it's sparkly, it'll catch somebody's eye. Sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with sparkle, as I was saying. It just has to do with something that's going to trigger somebody. And this JJ brooch really triggered me. Look at this. Look at the animals dangling, right? Does anybody know what this is? Look at that, 2x2 on the arc. Isn't that sweet? It is so sweet. I'm not sure. You got it. You got it, Curry. I'm not sure if it's pewter. It has some weight to it. It does not say pewter, but there is the JJ mark on it. And it is just absolutely darling. So each charm is signed, is it? Let me see here. Let's take a look. Can I hold this? You know what, Amy? You have got the best eyes, girl. I'm telling you. Yes, each charm is signed. It is just beautiful. It's beautifully put together. And I'm going to put this one up for bid as well. But I just wanted to say, talking about brooches or any type of jewelry that we wear, it's a conversation piece. And this would certainly, look at that, the geese, two elephant. Can you imagine what that arc was like? Oh my goodness. It was a packed house. A packed house. But I am starting this for $5.20. And this wonderful brooch is up right now, and we're at 13 seconds, and Sandy is in at 5. It is so sweet. Oh, 2 giraffe too. Is there anybody on the roof? Look at that. 2 pelicans. Are those pelicans? I think so. Awesome. Sandy, this is coming to you. Congratulations. Congrats, congrats. So moving on, I'm going to kind of vacillate back and forth because I've got a few different things to share here when it comes to different types of brooches. And I don't know if y'all know this, but back in the day when men wore loincloths, okay, so they were like less loin covering cloths than Tarzan. Okay, I'm just saying, long time ago. And I mean, like they just had like a loincloth. I'm guessing it was probably like tanned hide, maybe tanned hide, but it wasn't much. So it could have been like a squirrel hide. But as time progressed, men started wearing bigger cloths, and then they started wearing, I think it was like the first quarter of the 18th century, somewhere in that neighborhood, they started wearing kilts. You know, you've seen those. That they're kind of plaid, checkered, that kind of thing. So thank goodness. You know, I'm glad that. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm glad that we're not in the loincloth era. That would they could make a comeback. They most certainly could. But back in around the first quarter of the 18th century, that's around the time that kilts came in, and I think it was like around the 1830s during the Queen Victoria reign, kilt pins came out. Well, you know why pins came out? Because when the wind blew, guess what? Hello. I mean, I don't think they had any underdrawers back then. So they, they had to have something to pin the, well, it wasn't a loincloth. They're like kilt skirt goodies. So as a matter of fact, I read something that Queen Victoria, I don't know if she was like at an event or what, but over in Scotland and in England, sometimes the wind do blow a lot. And so something that I read had mentioned that Queen Victoria actually took a brooch that she had off and handed it to a gentleman so that he could keep his kilt in place. I could really go off the rails there, but I won't. So anyway, with that being said, these here are kind of what I envisioned said gentleman pinning his, I keep wanting to say loincloth, but it's not, his kilt with. And these are not marked, so I can't, I don't see any marks on them. They are not real heavy, but I mean, seriously, if you were a guy and you had a wool kilt on, would you want a light pin or a heavy pin? I'm thinking a light pin. That would be my thought. Anyway, so I am going to run these 2 kilt pins, scarf pins, however you would like to adorn your outfit, for $5. And I think that it's for 20 seconds, and it is, and the bidding is on right now for these 2 kilt pins, or however you would like to wear them. And we've got 7 seconds. And Sandy is in at 5. Thank you, Sandy. I mean, can you imagine? Oh, my goodness. Congratulations, Sandy, wearing a heavy, I mean, I'm down here in South Georgia. I could not, even as a woman, imagine wearing a wool skirt. Yes, you're going to have to find a kilt. You know what? I bet if you go to eBay and or you Google where can I buy a kilt, you just might find one for sure. So, so to me, brooches are a great statement piece anytime you put it with anything on your lapel, use it on a scarf, however you choose to adorn your ensemble with. Um, they're fabulous. And I'm just going to bring these up. I'm not putting them up to bid, but I just kind of got a kick out of this because do you remember these? And I'm doing this because, we're like in that season, right? But people used to make these. Remember that? They use these little bitty pins, the little safety pins, and they would put the beads on and sell them. Yes, in the 70s. That's right. And it's so funny because I ended up with, I don't know, maybe a half a dozen of them in different uh, Goodwill boxes or something that I bought a couple of years ago. And when I was looking for some things here in the past couple of days, I went, oh, that's really cool. So, it's not one of those things where I'm going, hey, I'm going to sell this, but just kind of a fun, nostalgic thing. You used to make them, Judy? How cool. Yeah. And I mean, and people bought them, but we should bring a little bit of nostalgia back, right? And say we want to make sure everybody votes and give them a stick pin so that they can wear it. We want to make sure we're all patriotic. A mini kilt pin for a short Scotsman. Yes, yes, it could be. It's tiny, as you can see. But anyway, I just wanted to share that because it's not a brooch, so to speak, but it is kind of a cool piece of 70s nostalgia. And thought that I would pop that up and share that. Anyway, I'm not going to stay on brooches. I got some other things coming, but I just, we just wanted to touch on some of these things as well. So the other thing that with brooches that I found, and I've sold some, and I know some of you have as well, and I know that that you've seen this type, but I never really thought about it until I started looking. When I was Googling this one, as a matter of fact, a lot of them said they were Avon. This one, however, is not marked at all. But what I wanted to show, and we all know it, right? Because we do sell them and see them and buy them, that a lot of brooches have a little pin, or not a pin, like a hook, so that you can use it as a pendant as well. So I might be way off base, and if I am, somebody please, please correct me here. But this almost looks kind of Edwardian to me, or I don't know, is that like in the 20s, or I don't know, what do you think? But this has got a faux whatever this piece is here, and a little stone. And again, it's not marked. Here's the back. And there's the pen back. And so I am going to run this piece for $5 for 20 seconds. And if I get it where you can see it, it is up now. Looks like a little covered plate that room service. It does, doesn't it? Look at that. Yes, absolutely. So what would you say? Edwardian 20s, from in the 20s? What do you think? It's not that old, so I'm not saying it's that old, but just the style of that. And so you want to show the back? Okay. Yes. Here's the back. Let me get close. Here's the back. So I don't think that it's old. Here's the end. And like I said, when I was Googling this piece earlier today, um, it, a lot of them came up as Avon, but this does not have the Avon brand on it. Thank you, Felicia. Yeah, it just that's what I came to find, was that it was kind of an Edwardian style. But yeah, just a gorgeous little pen for sure. So we've talked about, you know, not using, but wearing brooches and how they break the ice for conversation and how some are works of art and they're always in fashion. And so I just want to tell you, I actually shared this, I think on my Wednesday show. I believe I did, but I found an ad that popped through on my Facebook page and it was talking about, brooches are the in thing right now, right? People are putting them on jackets like I did, and some of you I know decorated like jean jackets with tons of brooches. And now they're not only putting them on their jackets front and back, which on the back is really a great idea because they can see you coming and they see you going. So they might tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, and still have a conversation. But they're also putting them on the pockets on the back of the jeans. Now, that would be fine if you never sat down, but that could be pretty rough on a sofa or a chair. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure that they just put them on and they just don't sit down. And men are wearing them, real men. Yes, yes. There are a lot of men out there that like jewelry for the same reasons that we do, and they understand the history of it and love the history and appreciate the history. So, yeah, I mean, my husband, when I put on like a really nice necklace or earrings, and I'm not talking like gemstones and diamonds and that kind of thing, I'm just talking about vintage jewelry. He loves it. He loves it. So, well, that could be horrible sitting on a pin. Oh, yeah, not so good. But yeah, he really appreciates that. And he notices when we're out, if somebody else has vintage jewelry on, he'll say, oh, look at that lady's got some vintage jewelry. So he notices that as well as other men do too. So that's so awesome. I love that. So other pins, brooches are adorned with things other than just rhinestones and like the grip box I showed, the cabochons that were on there. They also come with pearls, as we know, and they're not always real. A lot of times they're faux pearls, but here is an example right here. And these are faux pearls, but I'm not kidding. They almost look real to me. And many of you may have heard, if you want to know if it's real, rub them against your teeth so that you can see if they're gritty. No, thank you. I'm not putting that in my mouth, because yeah, even if I clean it, I'm not doing that. So I'm just going to say these are faux. I'm pretty darn positive. All right. But this is a Napier, or you're behind if the pin doesn't stay closed. Yes. So this is a Napier pin, and it is in really good condition. I'm going to say that anything that I put on here could use a polish, a cleaning, because if I'm telling you I won't put it in my mouth, I would clean it before I put it on me. So just a little tip. Oh, you know what? If Felicia did, please do a class on pearls. That would be awesome, because I understand that there are some pearls that can be older pearls. Like, I'm just throwing it out there, maybe 40s or 50 pearls that are glass and they're covered and they look like pearls could actually be more expensive than the real thing. And I could totally be off base, but that would be a wonderful class for you to teach so that we would all learn and understand that. Oh, okay. All right. Awesome. Yeah, that would be fabulous. I would love that. So this here is a Napier faux pearl little pin, little brooch, and I am going to pop this one on. This is going for $7 for 20 seconds, and I keep moving it out of the screen here. But it is in very good condition. And as I said, Napier, and it's on there. 12 seconds. So yeah, so not every brooch has to have something on it to make it beautiful and conversational, but when it does, sometimes it catches somebody's eye. Thank you very much for looking. So I'm going to take a sip of much needed water here. I say this in every show. We got to make sure we stay hydrated so we can keep on keeping on, right? All right. So I talked about the trend with the 70s coming back with the brooches on jackets. And the other thing that you can use them for, and maybe some of you do, is to put them in your hair. So like I do ponytails sometimes, or I will like kind of roll my hair up in the back and use a hair clip because it's so dang hot here sometimes. And you can actually attach a brooch like to a pony, just like to a little ponytail goodie that you put in your hair and have that sparkling in the back, or even a side clip. You just got to make sure you don't poke your scalp. But there's a lot of different things that you can do with your hair, with brooches as well. And so I'm going to share this one next because I think this one would be really pretty. Look at this. I don't know if you can see the sparkle here. Let's see if we can see it. But let me tell you, when the sun would hit this, if it was in your hair, or even on your lapel, it doesn't have to be in your hair, would be absolutely wonderful. Let me show you the back here. Okay, here is the pin back. I don't think it has a mark on it. But that, it's silver tone, as you can see. Looks like all of our stones are in place. I am going to pop this up for $5, and I'm moving it to stage. I thought I was, but apparently I'm not because it didn't go on. I went way ahead of myself up here. Now I see. There we go. 20 seconds on this, and it is up for 5. So is everybody doing good? How's everyone doing? Still hanging in? We've got some great sellers coming up after me. Patrice with Flirty Leaf Finds will be up after me. And we have a whole lineup coming up all the way through. Now it starts at 9 p.m. my time Eastern. So just want to let you know to hang out. If you need to go grab a little snack and keep that energy going so that you can hang out with us, that would be awesome. We're so appreciative and grateful that you're here tonight or today. And thank you for joining us. The other thing that I want to say is if you are not a member of Lily Works, Jewels and Lots, or Lily Works Antiques and Collectibles, or the Makers Market, please take a look because we've got a lot of great things in there. We have we have sellers that are not live sellers at the moment. They may come and do that. They may not. But what they do phenomenally is put in buy it nows in our Lilyworks Jewels and Lots stores, and also the antiques and collectibles. So if you want to go in and take a look at some of the offerings that our sellers have in there, you will be shocked. Trust me. There are some amazing buys in there. And for collectors, there's a lot of fabulous collector pieces as well. So I want to make sure that you know that and you go in and take a look. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the whimsical part of brooches, right? There is. I'm going to move off brooches pretty soon, but I just want to share the whimsical part of it. And this is, I know there's a name. It's K&T. K&T. Hi, Maui. K&T is the maker on this. And look at how sweet this is with the roses and the piano and the music score up there. And this is metal, and there's the K&T here in the back. So oftentimes you can have something whimsical like this, and have it be a conversation piece, right? Or just something. Wouldn't that be cool? Like going to a concert? I'm not talking about, rock and roll or we're going to a rave. I'm talking about more of a classical concert, right? And having this on, or you know what, even a rock and roll or a rave, or I'm trying to think of where one of my granddaughters. I don't think she's at Red Rock this weekend. I don't think there's something happening there, but somewhere. But yeah, this would be a really cool piece to wear at any rate. And what a great one to start your collection on your jean jacket, right? So I am going to put this Kate Love Red Rocks estimate. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, they were just there, I think, a couple of months ago, and they were sending me, they were snapping me videos from there. Looked like it was a lot of fun. But I just started this auction for 20 seconds, and this is for $5, and it's a K and T. Yeah, it looked beautiful. I mean, especially when the sun was setting there in um, Denver, right? Is it near Denver, I think? But yeah, it was beautiful. All right, thank you very much for looking at that. So so I'm going to stay on the little whimsical theme here, okay? Because I kind of like a little bit of whimsy, here. So um, check this, check this guy out. Now, talk about whimsical. Doesn't he look like he is strutting his stuff? This is not real big. Let me tell you what the measurement is on him. Well, he's like 1.5 inches tall, so he's not really tiny, but he has a faux pearl body. And I'm glad that I'm showing him now and not showing him that I didn't show him earlier when I was talking about other stuff. You know what I mean? So look right here where you see the pearl coming through the back. And it looks like he's got some, let's look closer. He's got a little bit of wear going on right there. Yeah, isn't he cute? He's an older piece and looks like his stones are all intact. I think it's kind of cool how he's got the whole faux pearl going and it comes through on the other side. But I am going to run him. Let me find, there we go. He is going up for 5 for 20 seconds, and he has started. Every time I start to type something, you say it first. Yeah. So this little vintage guy is up for another 7 seconds at 5. So cute. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Okay, thank you for looking. Let's see here. What else do I have? Oh, are there any? So again, I was talking earlier about conversation pieces, and yes, they do. And this one's, I'm going to say it's a oldie goldie. I don't know from whence it came, but look at this guy. Look at this little dog. Isn't he cute? He's got a little bit of movement on his enamel going on there. Here is the back side of him. Wilbur, yes, isn't he cute? He's very tiny, but he is just the sweetest. If anybody is interested in me running him, please let me know. I'll just put him up here for right now. And then, we couldn't go through brooches and not talk about how whimsical bugs and animals and the like. And so this one is not really vintage. I'm going to say it's probably from the 90s. Is the 90s still vintage, or is it? Oh my goodness. I don't know. This one, not bad. Okay. So if anybody is interested in me running this sweet little dragonfly, you let me know, with his iridescent wings and his blue his blue body there. We'll just put him here for right now. So one of the other things that I wanted to talk about is necklaces, because I mean, obviously, necklaces have been around forever, right? And I mean, like since forever. And so I'm going to, okay, so here we're going to do a multiple choice. Okay, I want to see if you guys are awake. So necklaces have been around since, you get three choices: A, the dawn of today; B, dawn one; or C, the dawn of civilization. Okay, which one is it? So I'm asking, necklaces have been around since the dawn of today; B, dawn one; or C, dawn of civilization. Yes, C, dawn of civilization. Good choice. Who did the dawn one? Who was that? Amy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, early necklaces were made of like shell and stone and that kind of thing, obviously, because we didn't have any of the manufacturing and the tools that we have nowadays. But I'm going to move these over here aside for a sec. And I can bring that back if I need to. But so with that being said, I wanted to show some kind of examples that I grabbed out when I was looking at the dawning of civilization and rocks and birds and chains and things. I think that's an old song. Sorry. But anyway, these are made of stone. They look like buttons, right? But they're not. They're actually like mother of pearl, colored mother of pearl and loincloths. Yes, so necklaces and loincloths. Maybe that, okay, so the ladies wore the necklaces and the men wore the squirrel loincloths. Yeah. So this is, when I saw this, I'm like going, you know what? That's kind of, obviously it's not from the dawn of civilization, but it is dyed um, shells. You know, you can see all the different color in there. So this is what this necklace looks like. Oops, it's tangled here. Got to flip it over. So this is what it looks like. So if somebody would like me to run this, I would start it at $5. Just let me know. Okay. Because I want to show you some other things here too. And that's the shell thing. And here's another one. And again, it's not really real vintage, but it also is shell. So see the pieces of shell here? And it's really pretty. And they have faux pearls at the top of this. Hi, Lulu. They have pearls at the top. So let me just put this up here so you can see how this lays here. So I am happy to run this at 5 as well. Hope you're doing well today, Lulu. Thank you so much for coming in. I think I'm going to go ahead and run and just pop this one in for 5 right now for 20 seconds because it's a cool necklace. And it's very well constructed. It would be fun to wear anytime. It's kind of earthy tones, which are nice. Hi, Ohio Rad. How you doing tonight? Well, it's not quite night where you're at. I think you're an hour behind me, but so happy you're here. Thank you for coming in. All right, so I'm going to put this aside here. And then I don't know if Rachel is still on here. Oh, it is time to eat. Yes. So I don't know if anybody on here joined Rachel when she was on, but I just have to say that, you know, I was kind of looking through some of my things that I had because she did a whole show on plastics, and I'm not kidding. I learned so much. All right. So I'm not sure if I missed the part where she said how it is that you know if something is something, right? So I grabbed this out, and I mean, I was scratching it and I was smelling it, and I don't know what this is made out of. I don't know if it's celluloid or lucite or plastic or what, but I scratched some of these, and I'm not kidding. I heard her say she couldn't smell anything. I couldn't smell anything either. Right? It's light. It's light. So I don't know. And here's the clasp on it. All right, here's the clasp. It does look like candy, and it's kind of iridescent. Look how the light goes through that. But I'm like going, what the heck is this? But did the scratch and sniff test here, but I couldn't smell anything. So I don't know if I missed a part of what she was saying, or what. But hi, Steelbird, welcome in. But yeah, so I'm not sure. She said it'd be acrylic. Lucite would be heavy. Yeah, no, this is not heavy. It's light. So then it would be acrylic. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to show this to you because I went and grabbed it out and like tried it right when I saw, part of her show. So you might have something too. And Felicia is telling me this is probably acrylic, which is totally cool. All kinds of plastics there are. But anyway, if anybody would be interested in me running this candy looking acrylic necklace, you just let me know. So the other thing that I was talking about was the fact that necklaces in the early days were shell and stone and beads and glass. And so I am going to, let's see, do I want to do that one? I'm going to do these beads. Now, these are cold. And when I got it, the little tag on it said malachite. Now, I'm going to be very transparent with y'all. I bought and I just confessed to Rachel today, I bought a Presidium 3 months ago, and I've not even cracked the box. Terrible, huh? Can you believe it? I just have not. But look at this stone. It did have a little tag and it said malachite on it, and it's cold. I'm going to say these are probably, I don't know if you can tell, maybe faux pearls there. But it is a beautiful little necklace. Let me measure it here. I know, you know what, Meg? I have to get it out of the box and just do it. And I've not done that. 16 inches on this necklace. So I need to do that. So I think that now that I have shared it with the world, so to speak, I am going to break that bad boy out this week and do some testing because I have a lot of sterling silver necklaces with real stones in them. I just don't know. I just don't know what the stones are. Let me check that again here. It is, let's see, it is 16, it's a little over 16 inches, Meg. Yeah, it's a little over 16. But I am going to, let me see where I've got this at here. I am going to start this for $5 for 20 seconds, and it's on. You're welcome. So this is again, the tag said malachite, and Mega's in. And it's in very, very good condition. There's a close-up of the stones here. All right, Meg, congratulations. I'll put these in a bag for you. So, I mean, can you imagine even back way, 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 rub pearls against if they feel gritty, they're grit. Yeah. Doesn't that, like, if they're not, wouldn't that take the outer stuff off them and ruin them if it's not gritty and they're fake? I don't know. What do you think? No. Oh, okay. Okay. Hi, Curry. Welcome back in. I did not know that. I've just heard, scrape them on your teeth, and I'm just not putting those in my mouth. Just not going to happen. But so back in the day, I mean, so what I started to say was back then, even women wanted to adorn themselves to add something to what they were wearing, or they weren't wearing that much. So they just, had to have something on, right? But beyond that, you know what came into style? And this was after the dawn of time and rocks and shells and that kind of thing, was big chains. Really big chains. So like gold chains, and they had like big pendants on it and stuff, and men wore them a lot. I don't know if you watched old movies, from back in the Victorian, or not the Victorian, back in the 17th century, 17th and 8th, well, probably 17th. And they had those big chains on, and they had like pendants and all of that, but they quit wearing them after a while when life started progressing, and they started wearing ruffly shirts. Remember, like all the ruffles around the arms, the wrist, and around the neck and coming down, because they couldn't wear those big pieces of jewelry anymore. So they had to just go with rings. I mean, I guess that's what they did. They wore rings. But anyway, so this is not a big gold. This is not a big gold necklace, but it is gold, as in gold tone. Yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right after this one. I'm going to run that. But this is a Coro. So this is my big gold necklace, like I'm talking about here. And it has matching earrings, and this is Coro here. These are the matching. So it's a set. And here is the necklace. Isn't that pretty? Let me show you where it is marked here on the clasp. Oops, can you see it? Oh, come on. Well, it's Coro. I just can't get the darn thing to run. But I am going to run this necklace and the matching earrings, and I need to find where I've got that in here. And I'm still looking. Oh my goodness, where do I have it? I don't see where I put it. Oh, here it is. So I am starting this for 20 seconds, and it's on for this Coro necklace and the matching earrings. Hi, Fixed Treasures. Mama Meg's in for 8. 6 seconds, and it's the Coro. Sharon's in for 9. Get closer so you can see it. 2 seconds. And Sharon, this is coming to you. Next, I'm going to run the Kenneth J. Lane. I've got, I have it up as a pre-bid. Sharon, thank you very much for your bid there. And this set is going to come to you. And I am going to bring up this Kenneth J. Lane Starburst brooch. I just want you to see this here if you missed it. I have one bid on it right now. It's starting at $99. I'm calling it Atomic Starburst. It is in excellent, excellent condition. Here is the back. It is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I'm going to start the auction. It's running for 30 seconds, and it is on right now. And Felicia has a bid in. 19 seconds. That is like some major eye candy right there. 9 seconds. And Felicia, this beauty is coming to you. You are going to love it. Have you ever had one like this before? It is amazing. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes. Thank you, Marissa. Yes. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to run another one that I've got that I have a pre-bid on, and it is the watermelon Rivoli. It's rhinestone, and it is available for a pre-bid. It is starting at 20, and that's this one right here. And I'm starting it at 30 seconds. Oh, that's awesome. So this is a watermelon Rivoli, and 19 seconds left, and the bid starts at 20 for it. And here is the back on this one, 9 seconds. Sharon is in for 20. Thank you, Sharon. 3 seconds. And congratulations, Sharon. This is coming to you. Let me see. I just had your bag here. Where'd I put it? All right. Congratulations. So, has everybody had a great time today? Awesome, awesome. I know that some of the gals coming up behind me are going to teach you some fantastic things. I really appreciate you being here with me today. I was going to tell you that one of the things that I was going to bring up, and if you want it and you want me to run it, you got to tell me soon. But guess what this is? Do you know what this is? And this is an original. This is an original. This is a mood ring from the 70s. And I'm starting it right now for 20 seconds, $5. Look at how it's changing. Look how it's changing. Meg is in at 5. I mean, what does that mean? Am I excited? My heart is like racing. Look at that. It is a mood ring. It is an original mood ring from the 70s. Meg is in at 5. Look at how it is changing. Wow. All right, Meg, it is coming to you. Isn't that crazy? It started out as blue. Blue means calm, but it was like changing colors. See, my heart's racing. I was like so excited about it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, so what else? Is anybody interested in? Look at this. Look at this glass. Look at this glass ring. How much time do I have? I've got, look at that. Glass. It's like Murano glass. It doesn't say that, but that's what it looks like. Is that cool? And I have that one. And I have this one. Look at this one. All the swirls in it. Glass. Oh, that one fits on this finger. Run. Okay, this one here, Meg. The white one. All right, I'm putting it in for 5, and it's starting right now. Both. Okay, well, I'll do this one first. I will do this one first, and then I will do the other one. And Meg is in for 5. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. Can't believe it fits that finger. All right, so now we're going to run the other one here. Congratulations. So let's do the other one right now, starting it for 20 seconds on the dark one. The blue, green, and silver. Blue, green, and silver. I think that's what that is. Yeah. So pretty. 2 seconds. All right, Meg, thank you very much. I want to again thank you all for coming in and hanging out with me tonight. Stay on because Patrice with Flirty Leaf Finds is next, as well as several other sellers. Thank you. Have a blessed rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much, Felicia. Thank you for everybody bidding and for hanging out with me. Bye for now.